So, guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Master Pips FX. So today, as we start the new week, so we are going to be this channel is going to be more of analysis, forecast, more of educational purpose because we know out there we have many forex traders who are also aspiring to learn forex, the most accurate strategy for them to use because they need to have a strategy that is very accurate. That whenever you are using it, you'll be able to yield good return on your trading account. And this can also be for educational purposes, but not for like there's some trader I will call for those on my Discord group, on the Telegram channel, and on my TikTok and Instagram channel, and my Instagram group. So this today I'm just going to be doing an introduction to my strategy. I'm also doing a forecast because today is Monday, so I would like to be doing three forecasts. But in this video, we're going to be taking it one by one. So today we're going to be taking a looking at AUD USD forecast, USD JPY, USD CHF, and USD card. That's four. Because I like to trade AUD. AUD is one of my best pair for trading. So I'll be doing what I call a top-down analysis, and when we see a signal, I'll send it to the channel for you people to also make money alongside me whenever I'm making money. And if you want to join my Discord channel, the link will be in somewhere in the description for you to join. So stick around to the end of the video. But today, we're going to be looking at AUD USD and AUD CHF. So I'll if you want to learn how to do this analysis with me, you have to join the link in the description below so you know I will take you from there. So let's dive into the video. So today we're going to be looking at this. Let us first of all start with USD AUD CHF. So first of all, on my strategy as I already denoted, for those in my group, they already know this strategy, but for you and I know that this is not be nice if we only mm, take this and we don't share it to the world because people need to also know what is working for us because we have struggling traders out there who are looking for a very perfect strategy to use, and I'll be trying my possible best to be very transparent whenever making videos like this. So first of all, as we go into this video, in everything we do in our group we always put God first because it's God that gave us wisdom and that direct us on what we are going to do. So therefore we put it in the hand of God. So now looking at the 1 month time frame, this method analysis has is like a top-down analysis, kinda. So anywhere I put it, try to understand it. So looking at my pair right here, AUDCHF, first thing you will need to do, you will need to zoom out on your 1 month time frame. Remember, on your 1 month time frame, zoom out. See, zoom out all these thing, zoom it out, zoom it. You want to see the overall trend. You want to see the direction, what is going on. What does this pair be doing now? What's up with this pair? Let us know what is going on from the beginning as it stands 1984. As you can see here, 1980. This Australian CHF, Australian Swiss France, Australian dollar slash Swiss France, which is also called Australian CHF, has been dropping. It has been dropping all through. It has been dropping. Sorry, 1 minute. Let me get this to also illustrate on the screen. Australian CHF has been dropping to the downside. So this will also help us to know that we know that this pair has been dropping fine because this is what we're going to be using to in our as long as we go on in this analysis in this video. We're going to be following what this pair is saying. If this pair is telling us that it has been going down, who are we? We are going to be following the big player. We're going to be following those that are dominating. Now, this first game is a game of buyers and sellers, and we also want to be in hand of those who have major power, who are mostly in strong hand in the market. So looking at this now, we see that we have more of sellers than that of buyers. So note, when we have more of sellers than that of buyers, we are going to be following those that have the higher hand, because you see that buy came up here. Looking at this two, let me get this two ready. See that we had a buy up to this side, a pull back to the downside. You see, we have more of selling pressure in this pair, selling pressure, selling. And you see, one thing I wanted to note also is that whenever a pair is dropping, it's also make what they call lower lows. And when the pair is going up, it will make higher highs. But looking at this pair, we have more of lower lows. See, so anything that is going to happen in this pair, I'm going to be looking for just to sell it, just to sell it. What I'm looking for, because we are making lower lows. You see, we make another lower low here, we pull back. Another lower low was created here, a pull back. Another lower low was created here, and a pull back. So or we choose what we're going to have here is that we're going to pull back again, then continue to do this lower low trend that is created here. So that being said, recap of what I said before. In the beginning, what you need to know is that you need to look at the overall trend. The overall trend, if the overall trend is telling you that we are dropping, they are going to be looking for sales, only sales, only sales. So stick around to the end of the video. It's going to be an interesting one. We cannot be able to round up everything today in this video because it's a long process. It's a step-by-step process. I don't want to rush it for you guys, and mostly those that are watching from my group. I don't want us to rush it. So let's kick off. I will highlight those lower lows for you. I'll highlight it down here on my screen so you're going to watch how I do it. You see, this was the first lower low that was created in this pair on the 1 month time frame. This was the first lower low that was created. This was the first lower low that was created. Now we're going to be looking for another lower low. We see another one was created here before another new low was created. Before another new low is created. So we see that we have another new low. Somewhere around here, we have another new low. We have another new low again. We have another new low again here. I think this one was a bit more long in play. And this is also another low. This is also another low. This is also another low. This and this another low. Looking at this place again, we have another low again here. See that this P has been making lower low, even though it's struggling to make lower low, it is also making this lower low. No matter how it takes to form, it always forms this lower low. It's also giving us a more evidence that this pair is dropping. This gave us more evidence that this pair is what this pair is dropping. So we can see very well that this pair is making lower lows. So all what we're looking for now is just to sell it. All what we should be looking forward to is to sell this pair. So that being said, that is just that for the first step. Now that we know the direction of where this AUD CHF is heading, now next thing you need to go to is next you go to the weekly time frame, which is here. Once we get to the weekly time frame, we can still see that the bias was still the same. What we can see here is that based on what we already drawn on our screen, so this thing is really taking time to pop up. Um, Based on what we can see here, we can see that this pair is also making lower lows. So it's lower low that was created last before, and this was a new low. Price is still coming back into this new low. Price is coming back to test this new low here. It's coming back to test here. So that's what we see. Now, what we now do on the weekly is this. Now that we already know that this pair is dropping and the overall direction is a downtrend, and which is also making lower lows. The next thing we're going to be looking forward to do is you identify the highest high and the lowest low on the weekly time frame. The highest high and the lowest low. And the highest high we have here was formed here. This was the highest high on the weekly. Just have to minus the range. Highest high on the weekly. So this was the highest point price ever got to since 2020. Price has never come back there. Price has not come back to test it back again. So looking at that, we'll now go to the daily time frame. We already have the weekly for the highest high and the lowest low. Now you go to daily time frame, do the same thing again. On a daily time frame again, you can see that this pair is also dropping. It's also in the monthly, it is dropping. On the weekly, it is also dropping. On the daily again, you can see that it's also dropping. So who are we to go against the trend? Just like for example, a river. A river is heading downward and you want to drive your boat on the river. You have to go in conjunction of what the river is doing. If the river is going down, you're also going to be driving your boat to the downside. If the river is going up, you're going to be driving your river to the upside. And this pair has been giving us a very, very much confidence. I can beat my chest that whatever I'm going to look for in this pair is to short it. I'm really looking for to sell. I'm looking for selling options on this pair right now. So guys, on the daily time frame, now we can see that this pair is also dropping. You can see that it has been also been dropping. It has been dropping to the downside, dropping, dropping, dropping down. Fine. Now what you are going to be looking for. Now let us see our light that lower low. You need to draw it because it will also set your mind as a reminder that this is good, because we traders sometimes we get to be greedy whenever when we are trading. So I like to draw this out. I like to highlight it with my tool right here. You highlight it out because it will also give you a remembrance that this is what you have been copying from the 1 month on 1 month time frame. Now we are on the 1 day in the daily time frame. This pair still is showing us that it's making lower lows. We can see that this pair is also making lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. So all we're going to be looking for here is to sell this pair. So we're looking for it. This was the lowest low that price created. Yeah. So that being said, um, the next thing we're going to do is now, based on my strategy, the way it works for my entry, what I'm going to do for entry to join this selling. So what I'm going to be looking for, I'm going to be looking for an opportunity and an area on the 4 hours to join the sell. I'm not about to that I don't trade lower time frame. I only trade it based on the fact that if I just want to just play around this market a bit. Because I only look for big fishes. We look for big catch. In our group, we only look for the big opportunity trade that will give us like 1 to 5 weeks to reward, 1 to 10 weeks to reward. That's what we're always looking forward to catching on this game of forex. So now that being said, so let me just show you something that I use as my entry. For example, what I call a range. Or we'll also be looking for a range on the 4 hours. Looking for a range like this on the 4 hours. You see a range, just watch on the screen. You see that there was a range. So let's say the pair has been dropping like this now. You see that this pair is this illustration I'm doing here. You see that it's dropping. This is just like the pattern we're going to be looking for to sell this pair. A range followed by an initiation. Followed by an initiation. Listen very, very carefully. First of all, you must see a range followed by an initiation in the direction of that trend. Oh, in the direction of that trend, a range followed by an initiation to the downside. Then a mitigation price will come back to retest that range, retesting that range. Then you see a drop to downside. So this is the pattern we are looking forward to joining. This is the pattern we're looking forward to on this lower time frame. So we're going to be looking for a range. First of all, this is a range. We're going to align that range with this two here. A range here with this two. You see, this will be the range. So whenever price comes back, so whenever price comes back to retest that range, that's where we're going to be interested in trading. When price come back to it, no matter how long it takes it, so far it comes back to it, that is when we're going to be interested in taking any further trades on that pair. So I'm looking for this arrow. Sorry, this is taking my time. Okay, this arrow, for example. Now looking at this arrow here. So what I'm looking for, like price to come back up here, come back to retest this range here, this range. You see, price must come back here into this range. Price must come back into the same site here. This is where we're going to enter the trade from. So this is where we're going to enter our trade from. Looking at this like this now, look, this is very, very interesting. For as I said before, let us do a recap. A range first will form, followed by an initiation to the downside, followed by mitigation, price coming back to retest the previous downtrend that was happening this around this area, followed by that pullback, like we call it a pullback to a range, mitigation, initiation, and continuation. Range, initiation, mitigation, then continuation. This is what we're going to be entering our state for sale. And you can decide to hold this yourself for how long you want. So, and the stop loss will be not above that range. It was not past the range that was created. See, once price enter that same range, you see that this is where we take our trade from. See, you target the lower low, the next low. You can take your trade 1 to 5, 1 to 10, anywhere you want to take your trade from. So this is just the pattern I'm going to be using to enter this trade. This is a very, very good pattern. This thing has been working for us, and this is why I preach this on everything I do, because this is just this is a new channel for, so as long as you accept me the way I am. So as I believe that as we do more video, you'll be seeing some improvements in all the videos we are going to be making. So just as we were saying, this is the pattern we're going to be looking for on the lower time frame for entries. Okay, for entries. So let's go and see it how it plays on the chart. Let's watch how this plays on the chart. Let me get this out. 1 minute, 1 minute, please. Let me get this guy out of my screen. So as we were saying, now we'll go to the 4 hours time frame. Now we're calling it's like a top-down analysis. We are doing an analysis from the head, from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame, then look for an entry point from the lower time frame. So on the 4 hours, remember, we're going to be looking for a range, followed by an incision to the downside, then a mitigation to the upside, then a continuation. This is what we're going to be looking at. So first of all, looking at this guy, we are still dropping. You see, it's still dropping. So there's nothing I'm looking for about from this guy than to sell this pair, nothing else. Nothing else to sell it. And one thing to remember, let me correct one thing, because the range, initiation, mitigation, and continuation, it happens before. So you have to be very careful not to enter the ones that are not that are already played out already. Mm. You're only going to be looking for a point that has not been mitigated. For this example now, this is a range. You see a massive pull to the downside, a massive sell candle to the downside. So this is what we're going to be looking for now. We're going to be looking for this type of pattern that has not yet been mitigated. Will now come back. Sorry, let me get this thing out. First of all, we're going to be looking at the range, the initiation, which is this is the initiation. This is the initiation candle. Sorry, this is an example. So what we're going to be playing out is this. We'll wait for this pullback to happen. If the pullback has not happened, wait for it to happen. Wait for it to happen. When it now happen, it will come back into that sideways range. It's just like an a area, those area whereby those big players, those banks, those central banks, those big institutions where they put their orders, they're always waiting for this range. They always put their price, all their orders inside this range, and we're going to be waiting for them to come back when they execute, as if you are executing with the big players, executing with the people that have the higher hand. So something like that. I'm not trying to make you to understand it the way I can, because I know I have this skill, and I also want everybody to learn it, because I'm going to be doing live trade, placing live trade for you, because my like analysis is always like 90% accurate. Whenever we see that we're entering like this, it's going to drop. If we see we're buying, it's going to buy. So if you want to know more about this, check the group in the link in the description below to join my group. And also don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because this is what encourages me to do more videos. So let's get back to where we are, or what you are saying before. You look for a pullback into that range. So when the price comes back into that range, this is where you'll be interested to sell your you sell. I see when you see sell, it will just drop, like a continuation of what happened here. See, like a continuation of what happened here, what going to happen here. So this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. So now let's go back to the chart. Looking at what you have here, hmm, we can see that there's a range already. I can see a range already. I can see that range already. So what you need to do now, you need to start then training your eyes to see that range. You need to start training your eyes to see these ranges. So looking at this space, we see that we have a very, very massive range that has not been mitigated yet. Now let me show you with this pattern. So you see that we have a range. Price was ranging inside this guy, eventually doing a little pullback. This was the drop that we had here. You see, price dropped, and now this is the point of mitigation. You see, price is already inside that point of mitigation here. So once price enters this point, you will look for what they call what your demand level. This is what your demand level. Not in demand. I will be doing also a video on a more explanation on this range. Because I know that this video cannot just only make you to understand this thing. I need to do in-depth explanation. If you want me to do that in the comment section, please type yes. We want you to do a video. Just type that in the comment section. I will see it, and me and my guys will also help me out in creating that video. So back to it, you will look for what I call a pullback into this range back. You see, so you will now look for that candle. This is where we are going to be interested in placing our order to continue that trend. So once price come back into this guy here, we're going to be taking a sell trade to the downside. So this is where we're going to be interested in cleaning out our opportunity from. Note, price can also come back. So in case if price does not respect it, you also shift your this to the downside. So this is what we're going to be trying to clean out our entry. Okay, I'm entering this on the 4 hours. Entering this trade on the 4 hours. You're targeting any amount you want to target, anywhere you want to target, you can take it. So let us see on the 2 hours time frame. Let us see what we have. Let's see what we have. See that price is still in the mitigation stage. So we're looking for price to come back to retest this guy, enter inside this guy, then comes to the downside. So it depends on the time you want to use, but it's the same thing that's going to happen. So today I'm just doing a very, very brief explanation on what we're looking after, what we're looking forward to. So guys, this is what I'm going to be looking forward to. So this is also like a forecast for you. I might not do AED USD forecast again today because of time. I don't want these people to get boring on what I'm doing. So just stick around. Today I'll be dropping the AUD USD video, the chart analysis. I'll be dropping it today. So this is just what I'm going to look for entry. Look for your entry points. It's very, very easy. Please just calm down and understand. I know that I might be rushing this because this is my first video in this group, in this channel. So just bear it with me, accepting the way I am. So that is just what I have to say. This is like a free analysis that I've done for you from the top to the bottom. So as you can see that this pair is also in the level of mitigation. Hmm? So we're going to wait for it. Wait until this pair comes back into this level or either into this level. Then we'll short. We'll look for a very, very good point to short. And you want me to do a video of the pattern I use for entry again. There's another pattern I get to eventually, but I cannot tell you guys in this video because of time. So the next video and upcoming videos, I'll be doing videos on ranges, on demand zone, on pattern for entry, pattern for exit, the risk management courses, different levels. And we trust God that this video will be a life changing one. This channel will be a life changing one. Please help us to subscribe. You can also share this video to your loved ones, to people that you know that are also lacking the key. And if you also want to join us in our group, the link is going to be somewhere down in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.